like to welcome up Camroon Thompson. Camroon's our Director of International Support Sales, and he's a rugby fan.
Okay, so we understand that there are some key drivers that drive your need in your contact center. The need for investment protection, the return on your investment. You've made a significant investment in technology. Our job is to help you protect that investment and get the best out of that investment. We understand that your customers, we've all talked in the last couple of days about the social media, the change in buying. Everybody's global. Everything's global these days. 24/7 reach is imperative, and we understand the need for your business to be operating 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We understand, we've talked in the last couple of days about the importance now of customer service. We were talking last night at dinner. I think we said sort of 4, 5, 6 years ago, contact centers were all about making money, all about profit. It was all about driving revenue. And whilst that's still important, the customer experience is becoming more and more important. The need to retain your base, the cost of getting a new customer versus the cost of retaining your base, significant. You've got to stop churning your base. And you do that by improving the experience of your customers through empowering your agents. And finally, obviously, we understand the need to contain costs. So why partner with Aspect from a technical perspective? Why invest in support? Well, the key thing here is investment protection for your business. Once you've bought the software and you have a live maintenance package with Aspect, your updates and upgrades are included in that maintenance package. It's part of why you have maintenance. It enables you to go from 7.01 to 7.1, 7.1 to 7.2, WFM 7.3 to 7.4. All of those software upgrades and updates are included in your maintenance package. Through Serene and his colleagues around the world, our technical services group is committed to delivering you the highest quality support we can. When you're eating, when you're sleeping, when you're playing, when you're working, 24/7 Aspect is there to provide that support. From Bangalore through Serene's team and through a number of other centers around the world, we're committed to delivering that support. Even when you're out enjoying yourself, even when you're out on the beach this afternoon, Serene and his team are looking after the maintenance. We do that through direct access to a designated support manager. Throughout the world, you have a manager who's responsible for your support to keep enabling your business to run properly. If you don't know who that is, I encourage you to contact Serene to find out who it is. But you have a designated support manager for each of your lines of business to work alongside Aspect to ensure you have the optimum support. And we're committed to providing you with rapid response and resolutions, and Bob talked about some of the investment, the tools we've made to deliver that, and the continuing investment we make in tools to deliver that. Why are we a reliable business partner? Well, in our professional services business, we've got over 1,300 solutions implemented or enhanced each year, over 30,000 total projects completed against customer objectives. You can see, Bob talked about our technical services. We independently have that, as we said, we had that independently surveyed, and the score from last year was 4.3 out of 5 in this region. Continuous improvement. But we're only as good, and I encourage you to respond to those requests for these surveys. We're only as good as the feedback you give us. We can only get better if you tell us what we need to do different. So please, I encourage you, respond to those, help us to help you by being better. Bob's talked about education services, 1,700 plus courses, 9,000 students, and now subscription model. Subscribe once, train as many people as you need. If you want more information on that, then Rohit Srivastava, who's our local regional support sales director, can help you with information on that. And we're happy to come and talk to you about that. We're happy to impart that knowledge. But we think that the new education services subscription model is fantastic. One subscription on an annual basis, train as many people as you need. Bob talked about earlier the continual investment in R&D. He shared the figures with you, so I won't go back through those figures. But you saw the investment we've made in R&D. That investment is available to you to protect your investment through Aspect Maintenance Services. We've got a comprehensive service portfolio that includes software upgrades and updates I've talked about, phone and web support, call handling and service request tracking, and on-site services, knowledge base, and technical documentation. I've talked about our team, the dedicated technical support teams. These guys are there to help you to deliver support. Bob said we take a call, that person handles it through its life. That person is supervised by a manager who understands your business. Understands your business, understands the impact to your business of the cases you have open with us, and help to drive that impact, make that impact less. We talked about 24/7 follow the sun. 300 plus technical analysts across 4 regions. 6 centers, 7 centers, 200 plus aspect employed field engineers. And they augment where we do business indirect, our partners, who have their own field engineering services. 10 plus years average tenure with an aspect in the contact center industry. So our engineers have an average of 10 plus years tenure within the contact center industry. They bring those 10 plus years of knowledge to maintenance to help you. And 110 Microsoft approved individuals within Aspect, number increasing every day. I'm going to take you through Aspect Technical Services, our support site on aspect.com. Because of internet bandwidth issues, I can't give you a live demo, but we'll just take you through some of the key things that you can find here. And as Bob said, we're continuing to invest in this tool to make this tool more user-friendly. And again, we need your feedback to help us develop that. But we have a document library, so you can start to look at documentation. You find it very easily on this site. Start to look at the product documentation, look at the specifications, and look at our support documentation. We've got a piece here around software updates. You can see what you have access to. You can see where you are versus where the product roadmap is. And you can see what software updates you can start to take. The Knowledge Center Bob talked about. Lots and lots of very key information in here. Not quite as user-friendly as we want it to be today. More investment going into that in the future. This year, Bob, we should have the new one rolled. This year. But again, some great information, great sharing of information. Case admin tool. You can see the most recently open cases. You can see their current status, when they were last updated, who's working on it, what are we doing with it. Keeping you appraised so you don't have, I think we talked yesterday about being proactive, keeping people appraised so you don't have to pick up the phone or interact to call. Here, you can see what we're up to. You can see what we're doing with your case. You can see some of our policies and procedures, some of the frequently asked questions. These are pretty useful. These are very useful. The news alerts. In red, so you can draw your attention to them when you open the page. But important, telling you about new features, telling you some release documentation, etc. Some key notifications. You can subscribe to content on these pages and be notified of changes. Proactive to you. Notified out to you. Software updates. Your software updates. So a list of the most recent code modifications for the product you've got access to. You can see what's in those code modifications. So why choose Aspect Support? Well, investment protection number 1. We're not going to come to you and ask you to pay for the software for a move from 7.01 to 7.1 or 7.1 to 7.2. It's in the package. It's part of support. We know some other organizations around the world may seem more price competitive, but I challenge you to look at the package and say, am I getting my software updates and upgrades included? You have an assigned support manager who knows your business. We have automated escalation procedures to ensure if a case is stuck, if we have a problem, that it gets through the right manager quickly and it gets the right attention. And that automated escalation process goes all the way through our technical services business, including and not limited to people like Bob, and then all the way up to Gwen Bray-Green, who is our Senior Vice President of Aspect Technical Services worldwide. And we've talked about single point of contact for this. This is important. We want to work with you on multi-vendor issues. We realize that you have a choice, and we realize that you may have a number of vendor solutions in your contact center. We will work collaboratively with those vendors to ensure that you get the maximum from your support, and that we work together to resolve the issues. A little bit about our renewal process. So how does it work? At 90 days prior to the renewal date of your maintenance, you'll get a message from Rohit Srivastava. Rohit, do you want to stand up and just say hi? So Rohit's a Regional Support Sales Director based in Delhi. And Rohit, when his team will ensure that 90 days out, you're getting your quotation for renewal. In that 30-day period, we want to work with you to understand whether you have, for example, the right plan. You know, we'll look through the case history and say, you had cases in the evening and you have day cover. So maybe we need to talk about a different cover set. We'll talk about billing cycles. You may want to say, you know what, I want predictability for the next 2 or 3 years of what I'm going to spend. So I want to lock that in. I want to lock that price in for the next 2 or 3 years. Well, come and talk to us about multi-year. Because we can adapt, we can be flexible. So come and talk to us about that. And then at 30 days out, ensuring that we have your order and your quotation so that we can move to invoicing stage and ensure, as we move forward, that you have continued maintenance. Because continued maintenance and continued investment and support means you continue to get those software upgrades and updates. So, just to recap, I think Edwin said in his piece this morning, you know, you should start by telling someone what you're going to tell them, and then recap and make sure you've told them. I'm going to recap. You're going to be sick fed up of hearing this bit, but the big bit, software upgrades and updates, part of your maintenance package. It's part of the investment protection. You've spent a lot of money putting the solution in. Why not continue to get the best out of that solution with the upgrades and updates that come along? We're committed to delivering you the best possible service, 24/7, 365, while you eat, while you sleep, while you party, while you work. High levels of system performance and stability, a designated support engineer and manager to manage your system, direct access to that designated support manager, and a commitment to providing you with rapid resolution times. I'm not going to read these out, but we've got some proof points here. These are the things our customers are telling us. You can read these yourselves. The key thing is this is not Aspect telling us, this is not me telling you, this is our customers sharing with you some of their experiences. And if we'd had a bit more time, I might have asked Serene to come up here and talk about those, but between now and when you depart, if you want to talk about some of these accolades that come in from our customers, I'm sure Serene would be more than happy to talk to you about it. So, to conclude, thank you very much for taking the time to listen. Thank you for being here with us in Goa. Thank you for everybody for getting up early enough this morning to start at 9. I didn't realize culturally that 9 o'clock was a bit of a struggle for a start, but it was for me with the jet lag of the last couple of days. So I appreciate you all being here. I appreciate your time and your investment in being here, your investment in Aspect, and I look forward to us continuing to partner with you long into the future. Thank you very much indeed. Enjoy your flights home.
Thanks, Camroon.